Why do billionaires choose Rolls-Royce? What if I told you that some billionaires refuse to drive Ferraris, Lamborghinis, or even Bugattis, but happily spend more than $500,000 on a Rolls-Royce? A car that's not the fastest, not the most high-tech, and not even the most expensive. So why do kings, CEOs, celebrities, and billionaires keep choosing Rolls-Royce? The answer has very little to do with the car itself and everything to do with status, psychology, and power. When most people think about luxury cars, they think about speed and attention. They imagine a Ferrari roaring down the highway or a Lamborghini turning heads. But billionaires often think differently. When you're worth hundreds of millions or even billions of dollars, you no longer need a car to prove you're rich. You've already won that game. What many wealthy people want instead is something much rarer: exclusivity. And that's exactly what Rolls-Royce sells. Rolls-Royce doesn't simply manufacture vehicles. It manufactures status. When people see a Rolls-Royce, they immediately think of royalty, old money, power, and success. For more than a century, Rolls-Royce has been associated with kings, presidents, business tycoons, and celebrities. Owning one sends a message: I don't need to show off. My success speaks for itself. Ironically, that's exactly why so many billionaires choose it. Another reason is exclusivity. Luxury brands are becoming increasingly common, and many supercars can be found in major cities around the world. Rolls-Royce, however, remains relatively rare. The company deliberately limits production because wealthy people don't want what everyone else has. Scarcity creates value. When something is difficult to obtain, it automatically becomes more desirable. Many billionaires love the idea of owning something that very few people on earth can afford. To them, exclusivity is the ultimate luxury. Then there's customization. This is where Rolls-Royce becomes truly extraordinary. Almost every Rolls-Royce can be customized to match the owner's exact preferences. Buyers can choose unique paint colors, hand-stitched leather interiors, personalized embroidery, rare wood finishes, and even highly specific details inspired by their own lives and memories. Some customers have requested stars mapped exactly as they appeared on the night their children were born. Others have added one-of-a-kind materials and custom design elements. No two Rolls-Royces are exactly alike. For billionaires, that's incredibly attractive because when you can buy almost anything in the world, uniqueness becomes priceless. Comfort is another major reason. Rolls-Royce isn't designed to be driven aggressively around racetracks. It's designed to feel like a private jet on wheels. The cabins are exceptionally quiet, and the ride is incredibly smooth. Engineers spend countless hours eliminating vibrations and outside noise. Many billionaires prefer sitting in the back seat while making business calls, holding meetings, answering emails, or simply relaxing. For ultra-wealthy individuals, time is their most valuable asset. A Rolls-Royce turns travel time into productive or relaxing time. In many ways, it's a luxury office and a private lounge combined. There's also a psychological reason behind Rolls-Royce's appeal. Many flashy supercars represent attention. Rolls-Royce represents confidence. Old money families often avoid displaying wealth in obvious ways. They prefer elegance, craftsmanship, and timeless luxury. A Rolls-Royce quietly communicates something very powerful: I have nothing left to prove. Among the ultra-wealthy, that message carries enormous value. Finally, there's heritage. Rolls-Royce has spent more than a century building one of the strongest reputations in the luxury world. Every vehicle is assembled with extraordinary attention to detail and craftsmanship. When billionaires buy a Rolls-Royce, they're not simply purchasing transportation. They're buying history. They're buying craftsmanship. They're buying a symbol that has represented prestige, influence, and success for generations. So, why do billionaires choose Rolls-Royce? Because they're not searching for the fastest car or the loudest car. They're looking for something that money alone cannot easily buy: exclusivity, status, personalization, comfort, timeless elegance, and a symbol of success that transcends trends. At the billionaire level, luxury is no longer about spending more money. It's about owning something rare, meaningful, and nearly impossible to replicate. And that's exactly why, even in a world filled with Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and Bugattis, many of the world's wealthiest people continue to choose Rolls-Royce. Now here's a question for you: if money were no object, would you choose a Rolls-Royce, a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, or another dream car? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more business and finance stories every week.